In 1925, one of Britain's most experienced explorers walked into the Amazon rainforest. He was 57 years old. His name was Percy Fawcett, and he believed he had found something that almost nobody else believed existed: a lost civilization hidden somewhere in the Brazilian jungle. He called it Z. Fawcett wasn't a treasure hunter looking for piles of gold. He was a surveyor, explorer, and veteran of multiple expeditions across South America. Since 1906, he had crossed parts of the Amazon basin again and again, and every expedition seemed to strengthen his belief that the jungle was hiding something. Then he encountered a mysterious Portuguese document. It was known as Manuscript 512. The document described the ruins of an enormous ancient city deep inside Brazil. Massive buildings, stone structures, a great plaza, and signs of what appeared to be a sophisticated civilization. Whether the document was authentic remains disputed, but Fawcett believed other evidence pointed towards something even bigger. He became convinced that an ancient civilization had once flourished somewhere in the Mato Grosso region, and he gave its supposed capital a simple name: Z. In 1925, Fawcett finally decided to go after it, but this time he wasn't going alone. His eldest son, Jack, joined him. So did Jack's close friend, Raleigh Rimell. The expedition began in Cuiabá, Brazil, on April 20th. At first, they weren't alone. They had Brazilian workers, animals, supplies, and guides. But Fawcett wanted to travel light. And as the expedition moved deeper into the wilderness, the group became smaller. The jungle became harder. Heat, insects, disease, exhaustion, and a landscape that became increasingly difficult to navigate. Fawcett kept pushing forward. He had done this before. He knew how dangerous the Amazon could be. But this time, he believed he was getting closer to Z. Then, on May 29th, the expedition reached a place Fawcett called Dead Horse Camp. There, something important happened. The Brazilian guides turned back. Fawcett, Jack, and Raleigh decided to continue alone. 3 men, walking into territory that was still poorly mapped by outsiders. Before they disappeared into the jungle, Fawcett sent a final letter to his wife. He told her not to worry. And then, nothing. No more letters, no more messages, no confirmed sighting. The 3 men simply vanished. At first, nobody panicked. Fawcett had warned people that once he entered unexplored territory, communication would stop. But weeks became months. Months became years, and the explorer who had promised to return never did. The mystery exploded. Newspapers around the world followed the story. Expeditions were sent into the Amazon to find him. Some searchers disappeared themselves. Others returned with stories of strange encounters, mysterious tribes, and supposed survivors. But none produced reliable evidence of what happened to Fawcett. Then came one of the most famous claims. In 1952, a Brazilian explorer and anthropologist claimed that he had found Fawcett's remains and that indigenous people had killed him. The story sounded like an answer. There was only one problem. The bones weren't Fawcett's. The mystery remained, and over the decades, dozens of theories appeared. Maybe the jungle killed them. Maybe disease. Maybe starvation. Maybe they encountered hostile groups. Maybe Fawcett simply died somewhere so remote that his remains were never found. We still don't know. And this is where the story takes an unexpected turn. Because Fawcett may have been wrong about one thing, but right about another. For decades, many outsiders imagined the Amazon as an almost untouched wilderness, with little evidence of large civilizations. Modern archaeology has challenged that idea. In the Xingu region of Brazil, researchers have uncovered evidence of large pre-Columbian settlements. Roads, bridges, defensive structures, large plazas, and networks connecting communities across the forest. Some of these sites existed centuries before Fawcett ever entered the jungle. So, perhaps the strangest part of the story isn't that Fawcett imagined a civilization in the Amazon. It's that the Amazon really did contain complex societies that had been largely forgotten by the outside world. But did Fawcett find his Z? We have no proof, no confirmed ruins, no final message, no body, and no definitive explanation for how the expedition ended. 3 men entered the jungle, searching for a lost civilization. And somewhere along the way, they became part of the mystery themselves. Percy Fawcett went looking for a lost city. Instead, he became one of history's most famous missing explorers.